going on, everybody? It's your favorite YouTuber, Austin Holloman, here in Medellin, Colombia. And we are starting to stream very early. Yes, I know, because BMT stream, his internet went out. So I went ahead and said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start mine because supposedly I have a date later, not with a Colombian. And yeah, I'm going to get this out the way and address this, what needs to be addressed for a few hours. And then I'm going to handle my business if I still feel like it. So we're gonna wait until we get about 100 people in here watching. Right now we're at 84. If you have not already, put a like on the video, leave a comment if you're in the chat. Today we do have a show goal, which will be about $250 to $300. Right? What is this goal for? This goal is for the trip to Cali, Colombia. We are going to Cali, Colombia on Monday. I think I've had enough Medellin. That's 10 days. I usually only spend 10 days per city. So I think it's time to go to Cali and it's time to get out of Disneyland and it's time to experience some real Colombian culture. Because that's what we're here for. We're not here for the women. We're here for the culture. I done already had enough women around the world. So I mean, yeah, I'm still going to deal with them whenever I get to a place, but that's not the main focus like it was before. Remember, we're going to places now to figure out what is it like to live there besides what is it like to fuck there. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna focus on that. He said, light up a cigar to get the show started. We'll light up a cigar. Well, I don't know. My energy is kind of right now. I want to get the storytelling out the way, and then we can do that. Because if I smoke the cigar, it's gonna relax me too much. But I do have it. I do have it. Also, this is a Cuban cigar, which I'm not a fan of Cuban cigars. This is a St. Louis Ray. The price of this cigar was $20, right? Overpriced as fuck. That cigar lounge, I don't like cigar lounges that only sell Cuban cigars because that means the whole cigar lounge is pretty much like a ripoff, right? So I was like, let me try another cigar lounge. It turns out there's two other cigar lounges down the street. Down the street, literally 2 minutes walking the other direction. And I was like, let me try out a cigar lounge from there. I bought this one. I'm like, oh, all they sell in Medellin is Cubans, I guess, because that's all they had. $90 for a fucking cigar. I wish I would. So anyway, Nick, I went to the wrong one. There's two cigar lounges in one building. They're together. There's a hallway separating this one. There's one separating that one, and there's no sign in this hallway really telling you which one is which, at least not clearly. So I'm thinking this is like the storage room of one cigar lounge, and then the other one is just like the cigar lounge with the patio. Turns out they were two different ones. So I bought one for $20. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to smoke less while I'm here, which is good. I walk out and I'm like, oh, what cigars do y'all have over here? She says it's a different store. I'm like, really? Why is there a different store connected to the other one? What kind of business model is that? Okay. So I go in there and they have Colombian cigars, they have Nicaraguan cigars, Honduran cigars, and Cuban cigars. So I've never tried a Colombian cigar. One thing I noticed about the Colombian cigars, they said that they were strong, fuerte, strong. And usually Connecticut, the light brown cigars are not strong. They're usually soft. But that is a strong cigar like a Maduro. This one is a medium one. This one is also Colombian. Then they have another one. This one is also soft, but it's a Churchill. Uh, yeah. And then I got another one. I don't know. This is Colombian too, but I don't know. I forgot what strength. I think that's medium too, right? So all four of these cigars together were $40. I can get four cigars for $40, or I can buy one Cuban at most of the other cigar lounges in Medellin for $20. So if you buy the Medellin travel guide, I will tell you what. Uh, I'm not coming back to Medellin. All these fucking motorcycles and shit making all this noise is annoying. Uh, I'm not. I'm gonna put in the guide what you need to do to buy that. where you need to go to get that, because I've spent a lot of money at that other cigar lounge. One cigar, $20. Then they want you to buy a drink. So you're talking like 35, well, $30 every time you go there. When I can go to the other one and spend $8 on a cigar, get a drink for another $5. And that's, dude, you're not even coming close to what you were spending for. So that's the benefit of buying consultations and buying tour guides, is that you have somebody like me who's already put in the work, who's already made the fuck ups, that's going to tell you, don't do this, don't do that, do this. That's why consultations are important. He said, you stay in the tourist areas. Motherfucker, the only cigar lounges are in the tourist area. If you want to smoke tobacco that looks like this, it is in El Poblado. It's in that area. Go to the poorer sides of Medellin. You're not finding that. Why would they put a cigar lounge? Why would they put a cigar lounge in a poor side of town? They're not going to do that. Poor people don't buy cigars. So, I'm headed to Cali. If you guys really support the content, hit the Cash App at $ Austin Holloman. We are going to get into the show. We got about 214 people watching right now. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So if you ask me, let me pull up the tweet. What's going on, Kings and Dreams? Yeah, I'm your only friend. Okay, so we're going to pull up this tweet that I put up earlier. And per usual, you guys are very predictable at getting your feelings. A lot of times that's why I do it, because I know how to tap into you guys' emotions. And it's very easy to do that. I like fucking with y'all. But I mean what I say. Like the stuff that I'm saying, I'm not just saying it to do that. I just say it in a certain way because I know how you're gonna react. So right here, we're gonna share the screen. And then we're gonna review a video in a minute. So right here, I put God sent me to Medellin for a reason. He wanted me to see if I thought about going back to the States. It's an absolute no-go. You Americans are crazy, man. Then, above that, it says emphasizing but not limited to American women, meaning that I'm mainly talking about American women, but it's not just them. It's not just them. So check this out. If you're not from a country, you should not be riding for a country that'll deport your ass as soon as you get in trouble. Let me just make that clear. So, what do I mean by this? Everything in my mind happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everybody that knows me knows that I did not want to come to Medellin for a second trip. I would have not bought this plane ticket. I did buy the plane ticket, though. I did. But I would have not done it. Now, here's the next thing. I did not like it when I got here. Do I hate it? Would I be miserable here? No. But do I like it? No. Would I recommend it? No. I've been to many places. I've been so many places. There's other places that I can literally recommend you based on your personality and your expectations. Versus some of these travelers have only been to the 5 countries that we all go to. DR, Colombia, Brazil, Philippines, Thailand, the five that we all go to. And I'm going to tell you the truth, all five of those countries don't fit everybody's expectations and needs and personalities. Brazil fits my personality, right? But because I've traveled, I found that, hey, Santiago fits my personality as well, and it may fit yours. That's the benefit of going all around the world and trying every place that you can. Now, I came here. We all know Medellin is basically Disneyland, right? It's basically Disneyland. Now, yesterday I did go to the city, what is it, Sabaneta, south of Medellin. It was less tourists. I really didn't see any tourists down there. I was meeting a subscriber. I really didn't see any tourists when I was down there. But it didn't seem like the women were just like open arms. Like I couldn't get a phone number or Instagram down there. And I'm like, yeah, there's too many of us in one area. And I'm telling you, that's most likely why this shit is like this. You're not going to be able to tell Austin Holland shit. I've been to damn near 40 cities around the world. You're not convincing me otherwise about what the hell I'm saying. I'll listen to what you got to say, but most of you motherfuckers don't know what you're talking about anyway. Like y'all usually don't. So he, I came here and I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm experiencing this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this taste. The closer I am to the states and I'm seeing more Americans because I'm now back on the path, not off the beaten path. I'm back on the path that everybody else takes. I'm like, yeah, I thought about going home to see my family and just getting the foot back on the United States soil. Fuck that. I won't be doing that no time soon. I don't know why the hell I thought that, but I changed my mind. And this place has gave me a true experience of what it's like to be back home. Uh, so we got a super chat for I do hate Precious Medi. I like Bogota better. Yes, Medi is precious to these guys. At the coffee place you went to. Thank you for the super chat. What what is what coffee place are you talking about? Oh, A Cleaners. What is A Cleaners? Okay. So if you're gonna constantly talk shit in the chat, I usually don't ban people, but I will ban your ass today because I mean you're on your period. So anyway, I just said what you just said. The reason that I said there's too many of us in this area of Colombia, so it changes the climate of the experience that an American would have. Don't come to Medellin unless you plan on paying for pussy. Let me just say that straight like that. Now, last night I hung out with one of my subscribers, right? And we met another guy, right? I'll answer your question in a minute. We met another guy, and we're walking around and we're hanging out, we're drinking. He took me to a club in El Poblado that didn't have any prostitutes. Fucking finally. I don't like being around a bunch of prostitutes. I also don't like being in a city where you don't know who is a prostitute and who is not. I don't like that. Because I haven't been around that in almost 6 months in South America. Let's see, we're in March 3, yeah, 5 months, almost 6 months. And I have not been in these places these cities with high amounts of prostitutes in small distances, proximities, wherever the fuck you want to call it. So I come here and this is a culture shock because it's like, oh shit, I got to deal with this. I got to deal with, I can't just a cold approach every chick because she gonna hit me with a price in 30 minutes if I try to talk to her. I don't have to have no charisma as much as I did in other places. Does that mean all women in Medellin are like that? No. But a lot of these chicks, you don't know. They might be selling on the side. They might be part time. You don't know. You will never know. It's around the world, but in a place like this, it's too common. So anyway, I was hanging out with them. I'm not really interested in talking to, I ended up talking to one chick. Fuck it. Because I knew they weren't prostitutes, so fuck it. Well, at least I thought they were. We're leaving this place. And I noticed some people. I actually had a really good time last night, but I noticed I had some people that we walked past. There was two women, two beautiful women on top of that. They were speaking English. And so I stopped. I'm lit, right? So I'm a little more loose. I'm a little more friendly. If I was sober, I probably wouldn't even have asked them this shit. Oh, I heard y'all speaking English. Where y'all from? New York. They say with a mug on their face. Listen, if you feel like shit and your self-esteem is shit and you just a negative motherfucker, don't go on vacation. Please keep your miserable ass at home. Let's just start there. So they tell me that, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, they're American. So I was, I'm always trying to build my Instagram, but I'm like, I'm gonna wrap this conversation up real quick because I know how this shit'll go. So I'm like, yeah, what's y'all's Instagram? What? We don't have Instagram. We're 40 years old. Like, just started badgering the shit out of me. Like, I don't really get too embarrassed because I don't give a damn, but it was offensive. But I know for the average person, that would have hit their goddamn heart and they would have been embarrassed. Probably would have cussed them out. So I'm like, okay. I'm trying to figure out how necessary was that reaction they gave me. So, okay, keep in mind they're American. They're from New York. And I'm like, wow, okay, that was unnecessary. Let's keep going on. Let's keep walking. Let me read a couple chats and let me just read a couple chats. Yeah, they were black. But it's not only black women that do that dumb shit. Okay. Okay, this dude is repeating himself. I'm sorry. I don't ban people, but this dude is just taking up space. Yeah, oh, they're gonna always say it's my fault for them being complete bitches. They're gonna do that. And that's why y'all don't get nowhere with nothing. Cause y'all institutionalized. So we went to a cigar lounge, the one I've been going to. Per usual, the only people that are Colombian there are the people working, and it's Americans. A lot of Americans go to this. I mean, pretty much only foreigners go to these cigar lounges that I've been seeing. They'll walk in. There's a group of guys that are always there. Usually, everybody in the cigar lounge will kind of speak, but these guys don't speak. I'm not losing. I don't give a fuck. I'm in here to get a cigar. Who gives a fuck? I don't even damn if a woman doesn't acknowledge me. I don't give a fuck. So go in and get a cigar. My homeboy, another American guy, come out. We're talking. There's another American guy sitting in front of me. While I'm standing up, we're standing up, and an American guy is sitting in front of me. He's talking, talking, talking. Very friendly. Asks us where we from. And there's some more guys, the same guys, and they're just looking. It's not that they're not saying anything. I can see them looking at the side of their eye, like ugh. And I'm like, mm. We ended up talking to them because one of them jumped into our conversation, find out he's from the States as well. And I already been seeing the other guys. I know they're from the States. Why are they looking at me like this? Wasn't underdressed. Didn't matter if I was underdressed. Because it's just this. Why the fuck you can't feel that shit? I'm asking the dude, like, do you feel that energy those dudes next to us have? It's not one guy, it's four guys. Why is that like that? They're from the United States. You know what? I felt this a lot in the United States. Compare this to the cigar lounges I've been to in Buenos Aires, in Nairobi, Kenya, in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, in Uganda, in Senegal, in Ghana, in Paraguay, in Chile. Can't say Bolivia. Just name like 9 places. I've never had that experience. And also in all those 9 places I just named, there were no Americans in those cigar lounges when I was there. But the one time we get Americans in the cigar lounge, getting closer to the States, we're in Medellin. This is Disneyland. This is the adult Disneyland. The energy of just hostileness for absolutely no fucking reason is back, and I can't stand it. So I'm like, oh, I'm going back. And I made sure, the guy that was asking, we were talking to, he asked me, how do you think you like Medellin? I said, no, I don't like it. I'm going back to the South after this. After I leave Colombia, I'm going back to the South. I don't like the way how these people, especially the way how the Americans are acting here, men and women. I made sure everybody heard that I said that. Okay, I'm starting to understand why worldwide people don't fuck with Americans like that. Why we have a negative stigma. I'm starting to see it because I don't feel like I've been going long enough where I can see it from the foreigner's view at this point. When I go into these other cigar lounges around the world with no Americans, everybody's friendly like they should be. Nah, I don't give a fuck. You don't owe me nothing. I'm just a researcher, and I'm just telling you my experience. Somebody said, "Why didn't you say what up first?" It's not about speaking first. It's about the energy. You can feel it, but I'm assuming you don't get out of the house that much. It doesn't sound like you've had that much interaction with people. Now, we got a couple super chats. I was talking about the American women in the video you posted with Floyd, where you guys went to that coffee shop where you had to go up the hill. I meant to say plate cleaners, which means big at yeah. You definitely knew that they weren't Colombian based off of how they were built. Like you can, again, now that I'm outside of the United States, I can look at a woman from behind, not see her face, and just based off of her silhouette, I know if she's from my country or not. Because out of all these countries I've been to, it may have been only one country where I've seen mass numbers of overweight women. Very rarely do I see these American women outside the United States that have a slim or a fit body. Usually they are overweight. Thanks for the super chat. Spawn Benefit sent $2. Thank you for the super chat. We got $20 from Jay Smooth. What's the best app to learn Spanish? I would have to give you Duolingo. It's too much fucking noise in the background, man. Thank you for the super chat. And Kings and Dreams, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you very much. Remember, my membership stuff has moved to Patreon as well, though. We got another one. Thank you for your research. Have you considered Bogota? Choco. I mean, not Bogota, Choco. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on my experience in Cali. Yeah, the assumptions you guys come up with are, and no, these were not black people. These were black, Asian, Indian, white. It looked like a little bit of all of that. It was a diverse group. What's the word? Thank you for the super chat. Now, let me know if the music, I'm not the music, let me know if the sound in the background is too much. Because it seems like when I go live, now we got all this fucking noise. Okay. After that, we went to another club and we're hanging out and we leave. On the way of leaving, it's just two of us now instead of four. And we walk into this place so I could buy a bottle of water, a pharmacy, it looked like, or just a convenience store. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I walk in, there's this white woman that appears to be European. European white. She appeared to be European white, giving me like a heavy choosing signal. And the guy saw it. He was like, hey, you should go back and go talk to her. I was like, yeah, I thought I saw that. So I go back to talk because I'm more interested in other tourists than I am the locals because I'm not from Medellin. I'm not an expert on Medellin. I don't feel like learning about how to dibble and dabble through who's a freelancer and who's not. I don't feel like dealing with that. So I'm like, I'm just going to stick to the tourists. So I approached her, introduced myself, asked her where she's from. She named off a city in the United States. I was like, oh, thought about it. Maybe I'll try again. I'm not going to put everybody in one bucket when I should, but I'm not going to put everybody in one bucket. Okay. Exchange info with her. Gladly, flirted with her a little bit. She laughed, haha. I mean, the only reason I'm approaching because I got the choosing signal. From that counter, 30 seconds later outside, the energy switched instantly to a not from acknowledging to giving me your info, laughing, smiling, choosing signals, till we get outside 30 seconds later, it is like I don't exist anymore. And I'm like, holy shit, that's 3 scenarios in one day. I mean, even like literally, I spoke to her and she ignored me. American shit. A fucking American shit. So this is why I said I thought about going back home at some point. Do I really need to go back home? So this is how I described I started to feel fucking crazy when I was back home. Notice how I've only complained about this in Medellin around a bunch of other fucking Americans. You didn't hear me talking shit like this in Uruguay or Chile or even Nairobi or even Vietnam. You didn't hear me talking like this. But when I get to the one place that's flooded with Americans, I start to get the same scenarios that I had whenever I was in America. And that's why I won't be fucking moving back ever again in my fucking life, I swear to God. Because you motherfuckers are sick. Imagine your day goes like this. You want to go buy a cigar? There's groups of people that are looking at you like something wrong with you. They don't want to talk to you. Ugh. Not that you're trying to talk to them, but everybody else is friendly. But they're looking at you like, you could brush that off. Then you go ask a chick for her Instagram. She doesn't have to give it to you, but she badgers you to try to make you feel bad. We're 40 years old. Why would we have this? I'm bad for asking. It's a fucking piece of social media, public information, you fucking idiot. And you get upset because I asked for that. I bet your account's not private. Then we go to the third one. Yeah, my energy is way off because I'm in the wrong goddamn place. So then we go to the third one, laughing, talking, happy, smiling. 30 seconds later, I don't exist. You're literally fucking ignoring me, and I just met you 30 seconds ago. Do you think if you experience that on a daily basis in the States, don't you feel like do I need to go to a therapist? Something I must be crazy. Something's wrong with me. What did I do? What's wrong? These scenarios that I'm having with other Americans in a fucking South American country. This is why it's not about being rejected. It's the way how it's portrayed. You guys have seen me get rejected on camera. I've been rejected in every country I've been to. I don't live in a. I'm not living in a utopia where every woman wants to fuck. I'm not. But the harshness of rejection and the way how people treat you, the cultural norms of how people deal with each other, is day and night from anywhere you're at in the fucking United States to being anywhere else in the world. It's completely different. And people are making this shit about women. You motherfuckers so dumb. I brought up a scenario of a group of four men, and all y'all heard was women. So, for that reason, do not ask me to go anywhere else that is highly populated with Americans. Okay? If I do visit these places, only expect me to be there 3 days. I love my Americans. That's why I'm hanging out. That's why I hang out with you guys when I see y'all. That's why I make this content. But being around us in large numbers is a bad fucking idea. So I could only imagine. I could only imagine going back to the motherland of rude motherfuckers. For example, like when Fit and Fearless came out with the video and he's trying to compare basically dating abroad to dating in Miami. And specifically, he was talking about Medellin. You're not going to ever convince me that dating in the United States is going to be better than anywhere else in the world because the people in the United States have no fucking respect for anything. We don't have respect when we go to other countries. We shit on us. We will go to your country and intentionally try to make it seem like we're better than you and your shit. We do that. We do. That's why motherfuckers don't like us. Okay? We don't respect each other. How many let me tell you like this. I can count on one hand out of 20 countries have I been out with a woman and a guy tried to talk to her either when I went to the bathroom or I wasn't looking or he tried to say something slick. I can count on one hand how many times that's happened out of 20 countries. How many times have you been with a woman in the United States? Don't fucking lie to me or yourself. How many times have you been with a woman in the United States and a dude has literally disrespectfully tried to come talk to her right in fucking front of you? Though American men have no respect when it comes to this topic right here. And this ain't got shit to do with racism. I don't know what you're talking about. Motherfuckers really is dumb. I'm reading some of these comments. Some of y'all really are fucking stupid. Uh, thank you for oh, I already read that one. Black American women or other Americans did not go to Colombia until 2021. That's good to know. Thank you for the super chat. Big up Austin in the chat. Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday to you, and thank you for the $10 super chat. Big up to you as well. The closer you get to America, the worse the treatment is. Mexico is the worst. DR is just as bad. Even Colombia, got to stay far away from the treatment. I would agree. That's why I like the South of South America. That's why I like Africa. That's why I like Cambodia. I liked it a little bit. I like Vietnam. There's a lot of tourists in Vietnam, but most of them were not American. I was seeing more European tourists than anything. I'm telling you, the places that I was treated best was not where Americans didn't exist. It's just where we were not in mass numbers. Okay? So what he's saying is true. I'm telling you. Thank you for the super chat. You're not in the wrong place, B. You should have hit me up. Kings, hitting you up would have not stopped those American women from being complete bitches to me. That's what I want y'all to understand. It's not about how you move. It's literally, I'm talking about us in these other places. Thank you for the super chat, though. Jay says, I had the same experience at a speed dating event in New York City, and it was my turn and talked for a bit, then excused herself for a Coke and ditched me in the middle of the term speed dating. Yeah, they do shit like, I just don't fuck with them, man. Thank you for the super. I really don't fuck with them. Thank you for the super chat. And I don't hate them. That's why I still speak to them when I see them. I don't hate them. But the way how they act will make you hate them. Snuggles says, drop the link. Thank you for the super chat. Let me make sure I'm done with my monologue, and then we'll do that. Yeah, they Fresh and Fit did mention me, but I'm damn near gonna have to have a guaranteed extra 30,000 subscribers and some money to even. I'll just wait on that shit to grow naturally. I can't be over there in the States. I can't do it. I can't do it. Look at all these gaslighting ass comments. But hey, your boy won't quit. I got a date after this. Not with a Colombian though. But I'm going on a date. I don't know if I want to go on a date. What, you can't go to the States for 1 week? What the fuck for? If you motherfuckers have the possibility to remind me, if y'all have the same possibility to give me the treatment that I got thousands of miles away from home, why would I go back to the source? So hey, Floyd is having a good time in Medellin. I think that's good. I also ain't got shit to say about that. Now, he said you might get some buzz back in the States. Fuck that buzz. Touche, little bro. Thank you. Snuggle is a troll. B. Don't open the panel. Oh yeah, okay, I won't. He is. He's supportive and he talks shit at the same time. So I don't know. They said Floyd is pay for play. Now, to continue, is my date with another tourist? Yeah. I was so serious when I said I'm not going to deal with any women from Medellin. I'm not. So the people that, and I spoke to some other people that have lived in Medellin for 8 months, a year. To be honest, you will enjoy Medellin if, and what this is what somebody else was telling me, and I can see this based off what they were telling me. You can enjoy Medellin if you enjoy being in an environment where tricking off is just normal. Listen to the stories that Jason gave us when I interviewed him. Listen, because I'm not just saying I'm not an expert here, But I heard these stories and I'm putting it together now that I'm here and I'm looking around, and we can also talk about what goes on here. Okay. So if you ask me, I think you might be better with another tourist and stay away from the American women in Medellin. In your culture, what seems to be wrong with men and women making deals involving goods and services, if you don't mind me asking? I ain't say nothing was wrong with it. Thank you for the super chat. Now we had a question. Can you briefly discuss your opinion or knowledge on why so many brothers have gotten killed in Colombia, and do you consider Colombia a place that's still a good choice? I cannot talk about Colombia because again, Colombia is different depending on where you go. From what I've heard, I can't confirm that because I've only been to Medellin. Medellin is a great place if you're looking to be around. If you're looking for a small culture shock, if you're looking to be in a place that looks like you didn't really leave home, you just went across the Caribbean and landed in South America, and you just see the same people, then yeah, Medellin is that place. Uh, I would recommend it, depending on your expectations. If you don't have high expectations, then go to Medellin. Go to Medellin. Good job with the info. Keep up the good work. Keep growing. Keep safe while traveling. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate the info. Remember, you guys, we're headed to Cali, Colombia next. I got some cash apps for some people saying, like, stay in Colombia. We want to see more Colombian content. Hey, I'll stay in Colombia. I'm the guinea pig. I'll stay in Colombia, but y'all gonna have to fund it. Y'all want to see me complain, and y'all gonna have to fund it. Now, I don't think I'm gonna complain about the rest of Colombia, but also, I met with a subscriber. Your energy is off. No shit. That's the whole point of this video. Uh, I met with a subscriber. I taught him how to start his YouTube. I taught him about how to save time. I taught him about a lot of stuff when it came to YouTube. He said, if you need, I would do a testimony. I think he thinks his money was well spent.
Guys, I just wrapped up my interview with the Austin Holloman. If you want to do an interview with him, if you want some sauce on YouTube, don't even question it. We were just chopping it up about all that and would highly recommend for if you need help with YouTube, if you want an interview, all that, travels, he's your guy.
All right. So that was him. They said he looks like he's AI. That was I hung out with him all day yesterday. Now he was able to bargain me instead of doing the entire weekend. He was able to not bargain, but he was able to work out a deal with me to only do one day. So I let him interview me for 80 minutes. I showed him, hey, usually an 80-minute interview would take me about 3 times as long to edit. You want to get your YouTube channel started? He wants to talk about business. I said, oh, he said, oh, he looks coked out. You want to talk about business? Okay, I'm gonna show you. When you record your videos, you put them in this program. It's gonna shorten the video for you and take out all the parts you don't need. Then you want to edit the audio, do this. You don't have to edit the audio. This will edit the audio for you. You want to make shorts out of the video, use this and tell it exactly what you want the shorts to be. I gave him the entire game in one day, and he loved it. And I'll tell you why he appreciated it even more. We went out to eat, and he's like, you know what, Austin? No, I get your food. I get you. He felt like he had underpaid for what I gave him. I hope he's watching this. He has not. He's not ready for me to share his channel yet. I told him that whenever whenever he is ready, he'll post the video first, and I'll post a clip of the interview on my channel. But I can show you guys a little something. I'm not going to show you the full video though. But I went to his apartment.
Casual, honestly.
I brought my camera. We recorded on his beautiful balcony. Look at the view. And that was in the southern part. That's not in Medellin. That was like 30 minutes outside of Medellin. That was in the beautiful part. Beautiful view. Very quiet. Didn't really see a bunch of hookers hanging around. Amazing time. Like I said, you guys want to see me, ask me whatever you want. We can interview. You need to use pictures. You want to take pictures, boost your social media. That's what I'm here for. That's what you pay for. It's not free because, I mean, ain't nobody else going to do this for free. Black people in Britain is. Now the audio, this is not edited, so the audio is not as great. My videos start off like this with not so great audio. So yeah. Indian people in Britain, there's people from all over the world in Britain, but there's still. But I'm gonna allow him to use that. That could be you. That could be you. You could be using your only friend, Austin Holloman, to jumpstart your YouTube career. Since I've been in Medellin, I've allowed this guy and another guy to both interview me, not for free, but I've allowed them both to interview me to jumpstart their YouTube career because I've been on the news. I've been viral. I got people in my comments, right? I've been through the shit. And I'm going to allow you to use my name. And it's not that expensive. So if you would like to meet with me in person, whether if you want to hang out or you want to learn about YouTube or you want to pick, I taught him a lot of shit. Now there was some stuff I did. I don't know if I want to give y'all too much on here because I don't want y'all trying to figure out what I taught him. But I taught him even how to write scripts for his business in a way to make it as thorough as you need to. But you had to book with me to figure that out. Now, if you guys are interested in that service yourself, I'm going to put the link down here. The Linktree link. The Linktree link has this, but I'm going to give you a direct link to book with me directly. We'll do an update when he posts his video and the other guy. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm tired of. How the fuck did so many people have these loud things? Whenever he does his update, we will do whenever he uploads a video on the other guy, we're gonna do an update and see if it helped their channel or not. And I'm bringing you those results because I'm all about being honest. Now, I've been doing some research, as I told you guys last time. I've been doing some research. The research is thorough information. I've been researching and making documents. I'm gonna give you guys some of those documents of what I'm making. So when you guys book a consultation, you can even buy these documents yourself. You can buy the documents yourself and you can just read them, or you can buy the documents and you can have me hop on a Zoom call with you or on the phone, whatever you like, and we will go over the documents together to make sure that you understand exactly what you're getting into and everything is clear. And I know what I'm talking about because I've been to these places. Now, I've only done this for Chile and Nairobi. I'm more of an expert in Nairobi, uh, so we're gonna start with that one. I wrote a document about what it's like to raise a family in Nairobi. What is the education like? What is the diet at the schools like? How much does education cost? Is it safe in Nairobi for kids? Because some people have kids. Some people aren't just looking to fuck overseas. Some people are actually looking to move their entire family to these places. I don't know if you want to move your family to Nairobi, but that's why I wrote this document for you. How do you get permanent residency? What's the step-by-step process? How much does it cost? How long does it take? How many years does it take for you to get that? What all do you need? I made a document for that. How do you get a Kenyan passport? I did my research on that. I did another one on taxes in Kenya. What is Kenya going to tax you while you live in Kenya? How are the taxes going to the United States? How can you avoid paying the maximum amount of taxes? How can you minimize your taxes abroad? Which is what I do. I minimize my taxes. I'm not making this because I do this myself. What is the best neighborhood you should stay in Nairobi? I've been in pretty much every neighborhood in Nairobi, so I have the video footage to back this up. And I did the research. I found the cost of living. I found the average cost of living in the city as a whole. What is the healthcare like in Nairobi? I've been to the doctor in Nairobi. I know how much the healthcare costs. But I did further research and I figured out about insurance, and I'm bringing it directly to you. I even did a detailed guide. What does this one say? A detailed guide about land ownership. You guys remember when I was in Nairobi and I interviewed the realtor that was talking to us about owning property, et cetera, buying. I did my full research. I found what if scenarios that would be fit for you or what your interests are in investing in Nairobi and what opportunities are good to invest in Nairobi. The same thing in Chile. If you want to invest in Chile, can you own it? What should you invest in? What is the number one thing that foreigners go to Chile or Nairobi and invest in? Kenya's global peace role, like what would happen during World War III? What tensions do they have with other nearby countries? So you can know if you're moving to a country that might be in war. That's important to know. Like if you want to move to Israel, you would want to know that it's not that peaceful between them and Palestine. Uh, the cost of living, I already talked about that. And we have a few more other documents that we will touch on. I'm still in the process of making that. It should be done by tomorrow. I might skip my date just to do that. And of course, cultural norms and laws and what banks should you have when you're in Nairobi. So if you guys are interested in moving to Nairobi or interested in moving to Chile, there will be a product on the store, or you can buy a consultation and we can go over it together. Or if you're on Patreon, you will get your 30% discount. 30%. This will not be a cheap product because it is full of information, detailed information that you very much need. He said paying for shit that you can Google search. Guess what? You can Google search how to get your residency in Paraguay. You can Google search how to file your own taxes. There's a reason why people pay somebody to file their own taxes. There's a reason why. See, I can sit here and Google all this stuff about Nairobi, but I have the experience of being there. And that goes a lot further than the guy that watches basketball and tells you how you should play it versus the guy that played basketball and is telling you how to play it. Do you understand that? So if you guys are interested in that, click the Linktree link. Well, actually, it's not available yet, but it will be available. Just stay on the lookout. But if you click the Linktree link right here, it will be on Linktree tomorrow. And I'm going to put it in the chat. So if you guys have any more questions, we're just going to sit here and casually talk. I'm going to clip that whole little video up into an advertisement. We're just going to casually talk. And yeah. He said terrible analogy. Like somebody said, it's cutting the learning curve, right? If you pay somebody for a course, if you go to barber school and you have somebody stand next to you and literally teach you how to cut hair, it saves you a lot more frustration because you have somebody by your side that's going to help you do it Versus if I just gave you a pair of clippers, actually, I don't give you any clippers. You got to go find out what clippers you need yourself. You got to figure out how to do everything by yourself. Which one would you rather pick? I mean, you could pick whatever you want. But I think people with more common sense will pick the assisted help because you can lose a lot and you can get in a lot of trouble if you do not know. Remember, we're going to other countries. We're not in the United States. You don't know about, you're not familiar with none of how none of this shit works. You can pay me and I can help you out. Or you can do what I did, go to Nairobi, spend $2,000 on a plane ticket coming from the United States. You can go to Nairobi and you can spend 4 months just like I did with trial and error. Which one do you want? But we're not going to keep explaining it. He trying to tell me I went to barber school. I know what I'm talking about. You do learn because you're the one that has to cut hair, but do you have somebody to lean on? Like if you fuck up a haircut, you can say, hey, come help me. That's part of being in barber school. When you're by yourself, who's going to help you? The client? You going to ask them to fix their haircut? And again, remember, notice this. I only have travel guides on places I've already been. I would never sell information. Well, I can't say never, but at least right now, I would not sell information coming out of my mouth of places I've never been. Now, if I had an expert that lived there, like let's say I partnered with Andre from Love Crossing Borders, and I said, hey, I want you to help me make a travel guide for Cali. I would sell that because I went and got an expert for that place. But I would not make a travel guide for Cali right now, and I've never been to Cali. And then you can call me and be like, "Oh, Austin, which place do you go to?" And I'm like, you never gonna catch me in that situation because I don't do shit like that." The next one. What does bravery look like? What would it take? Good question. Thank you for the super chat. Get your bag, young, and thank you, Kings and Dreams. Thank you for supporting. What's your retirement plan? Today affects tomorrow. So here's my retirement plan. Uh, you know what? When somebody owns a business, usually the business is part of the retirement plan. But thank you for asking me that question 40 years early. Why would you flake on your date if you don't mind? I mean, I'm not gonna flake. It's just see, I only flake. I only consider flaking on dates if it doesn't seem like the interest is high. Like if the interest, but the interest is high because she basically chose me out. But if the interest isn't that high, it's just kind of like okay, like maybe I'll go, maybe not. Who knows? Dudes making excuses not to fund what they say. What dudes making excuses to not fund what they say they stand for is hilarious. Exactly. I still want to interview you too. I'll hit you up soon. Yes, please hit me up in my email if you don't have my WhatsApp. Thank you for the super chat. Go over my tweets. And I'm looking at this poll I did. I said, what South American country are you most interested in permanent residency? I put Chile, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil. I shouldn't have put Brazil on the list because I knew people were going to pick that the most. 66% said Brazil, 11% said Argentina, 8% said Chile. I had already started doing the same process for Argentina as well. Uruguay was last, and Paraguay was after that. Was right before Uruguay, I mean. So Chile, Argentina, and Brazil will for sure be the three that I start with. I'm gonna try to do them for as many places as I can. But yeah, why do I do this? This is so you guys can have training wheels when you want to make these processes to go other places. Number one. Number two, fuck, I think I just forgot because I was just about to say it. Is to make my consultations more valuable. Because guys have asked me about Nairobi, and it's pretty much just like Okay, what questions do you have? Okay, yeah, I know the answers and I can elaborate on the answers for minutes. But what if I gave you information that you didn't ask for that you may use in the future? That's what I was thinking. Like somebody might be interested, they might not ask about healthcare in Nairobi during a consultation, but let's say they go there and they get sick. Oh, I remember Austin said this, and he sent me this document. So yeah, it makes sense. So let's go. This is a tweet that I should go over. What's going on, Cruising with Prince? If you guys have not already, he interviewed me on his channel, and Cruising with Prince asked me some really good questions. He interviewed me while I was very loose. I had been drinking and smoking, and he broke down why I started doing what I'm doing. Some things that I have not told you guys, but he broke down everything to now. We did some back and forth comparison. I helped him for his channel is already good right now, but it's just an extra boost that I'm adding to his channel. So make sure you guys go subscribe to him, Cruising with Prince, and go check out the interview and leave a comment, leave a like on what you thought. I want to know what you guys thought about the interview as well. So please do that for me, and let's get back to the topic here. Shout out to you again. Where the hell is this thing? Let me grab something. So you guys, I left my food on the counter and it's ants, but I don't think the ants got in my food. Like I said, today I'm smoking a Cuban cigar, St. Louis Ray Habana. Now, I said you really don't need people anymore. You really don't need people anymore. AI can tell you exactly what you want to talk about and what order should you talk about it. Edit my entire YouTube videos and even draw my pictures. Now, is Austin saying that you shouldn't want to hire people to assist you? Absolutely not, because I'd rather deal with a real person that can understand my emotions and the emotion I want to put behind it. Oh wait, hold on. The AI is so strong now it can understand your emotion. It can understand your true intent that you want to put behind whatever you're trying to say. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the video. We don't have enough likes. Y'all hit the like button. Now, AI can edit my videos completely. Completely. There's a small amount that it probably can. Whenever I get through with this live stream, I'm going to download it, and AI will make the live stream even better, sound better, look better, and it will edit it for me. Why do I need a video editor? Because here's the problem with the AI. Here's the problem with the AI. Not the problem with the AI. Here's the problem with the video editor. I send you a video. First of all, you have to learn how to edit my video, meaning that the first video, you're not going to get it right. I'm going to have to Zoom call you and watch you. Hey, I like this, like that. Clip this, like that. Make the sound like that. AI knows every goddamn thing. So I can say, hey, with this audio, make it sound exact like this, remove these sounds. The AI can literally remove the music in the background. Meaning, if I was sitting here talking and somebody was standing out there on that balcony with a speaker playing music, and I was like, man, it's gonna roll my video. The AI could literally separate my voice from that music and delete the music out of the audio. Something that would either be extremely difficult or very expensive for a real person to do. But guess what? The AI can do it in 30 seconds. When I have my AI edit my audio on my talking videos, like my live streams like this, it's done in 2-3 minutes. It's done in 2 or 3 minutes. No human would do it that fast. So we don't need nobody to edit the video. We don't need somebody say, can we use AI for travel guides? AI is not going to tell you what I tell you in the travel guide. I talk about where the women are at as well. And I'll talk about what place is better for what. AI can only give you data. I don't give you guys statistics and data on this channel. I give you guys personal experience. AI don't know what the fuck I ate for breakfast this morning. So there's a thing where, let's say this live stream will be 2 hours. I need to edit this. So, okay, I'm going to have to watch the entire video for 2 hours. That's what you used to have to do. Then somebody said, okay, well, we can watch it in double speed. So now you make it, you would think it'd be an hour, but really it's going to be like an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, no. The AI can cut that down to 15 minutes for you. So you don't have to edit the video. You don't have to edit the audio. Now, while I was making coffee and eating breakfast, the AI was editing the video. Oh, Austin, you want to make shorts? Oh, the AI does that too. Oh, but Austin, what about the little B-roll footage that pops up like when Andrew Tate says he's talking about dogs and then the dog pops up on the short screen? Oh, the AI does that too. So I don't need a person to edit the video. I don't need a person to do the shorts. But Austin, how is the AI going to know what the short should be about? Oh, you just tell it, hey, I talked about this in this video. Make sure it's about this. 15 minutes later, it's done. Why do I? At this point, all I have to do is create the content. Hey, I have a YouTube channel about this. I think I ran out of ideas to talk about. What's a trending topic I should talk about today? It'll give you 10 reasons in 10 seconds. So I don't need somebody in my business that's going to give me ideas, because yes, they can do the research, but the AI uses the internet, so it knows what's trending on the internet. Why do I need a person? Hey, I'm having trouble outlining my email campaign for 2 weeks. Can you tell me what I should talk about day by day? 10 seconds later, I had that outline. Something that somebody would have went to college for marketing for 4 or 5 years, and they would have had to come back, and I would have had to hire them, and it would have took them a fucking hour to do it. And then let's talk about this. The AI does not have emotions. The AI does not get frustrated. The AI is not lazy. The AI is available whenever I want it. The AI always works. The AI works on Christmas Day. Why would you hire a person? It doesn't make sense. For my job, it doesn't make sense. Hey, I need now I will say this, for thumbnails, Sometimes a person works better. Sometimes they haven't mastered that part because sometimes AI thumbnails don't really help. They like I don't recommend you making a thumbnail with a real human on AI. I've tried that. They don't do well. But hey, I can get AI to do the majority of that thumbnail and I can put my own stuff on there. The best part about AI is what you would pay somebody to do one job. That's what the AI costs you per month. So let's say I need that person to do one job per day, every day of the month. I have just cut my cost 29 days less. Hmm. Now, there's a good and a bad part to this, right? It's good for somebody like me. But the more AI advances, eventually it'll fuck me over too. Eventually it'll replace me. But I can't stop it. That's not my problem. He said, why does Austin blend so well into the background? Because I'm black. No, I'm just kidding. It's because I'm using my DJI 3. And when you're handsome like this, you blend in everywhere. And you stand out at the same time. Now, somebody did bring up something that's true that they have an AI influencer. That is the thing. The only thing is this: Floyd is an influencer. Floyd went to the Community 13 with tags on his shirt. I don't know if the AI is that detailed where it's going to think, let me make them laugh today by wearing tags on my shirt. I don't think it'll do that. So, guys, that's why I put that up. You know what inspired me to put that up? I had some people that I hired from another country that I knew personally. One of them I knew, the other one I did not know. I said, hey, I need you to do my emails. I need you to do my emails for my email marketing so I can promote my books and my travel guide, consultations, meetup, etc. I said, okay, I'll pay you this much. Today, we're going to learn. I'm gonna show you my style of writing. And that way, my subscribers don't feel like a new person is in their email. Okay. I show them how to do it. It took me 2 hours. Didn't want to spend that time. But I knew that's what comes with hiring employees, that you have to train them. Jesus fucking Christ. You have to train them, right? They didn't do it that like one email would take them 40 minutes to do. Me doing it myself would take me 15 minutes tops. 10 minutes actually tops to do. But that's because I know what I want to talk about. But they're not me, so they don't know exactly. So, but that's why you hire people. So, because I can't do all this at once. They did that for 4 or 5 days. They expected a payment. I paid them. Then they disappeared for 3 days. Bad communication. Then they come back and said, hey, I know somebody that has more time. Can I refer you to them? And yeah, I said, okay, cool. I'm glad you realize you don't have enough time. Great. Train this person again. A different person. Did it. Then they disappeared for a week. Then the first person reaches out and said, hey, that person I referred you went to another company. and they hired her. Really? 1 fucking week. And you okay, so that bridge is burnt. You don't ever ask me for, so I didn't even respond. Then the second person reaches out and says, "Hey, did the first person talk to you? We have another person we could refer you to." I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I said, "Don't worry, I got it from here. It's too much inconsistency from this." They just read the message, they didn't respond. That's the type of shit you deal with when you deal with people. So then I started Googling, how can I get AI to help me write my emails? It told me, hey, tell it this, tell it that. Gave me an outline. Okay, this is an example email that I use. This is how I talk. I want you to write an email talking about this information in my style of writing. The motherfucker mimicked exactly how I talk. Cross that off the list. Don't need an email marketer. All I need is a day, not a day, an hour, and I can do the same job that I was going to hire. So now I'm saying, okay, all I need is 1 day. And if this conversation is boring you, get the fuck off the live because you ain't trying to make no money. All I need to set out is 1 day. Okay, let me have AI help me edit my videos this day. Let me have it do my emails with me this day. Let me have it do my shorts with me this day. I still have to put in work, but I can do that whole week's worth of work in 1 day. When I started my online Shopify store and I'm writing the descriptions for the products, I'm over here thinking, what should I say? What should I say? Let me. Okay, that doesn't sound persuasive enough. The Shopify thing says, hey, you can have us write this for you. So I typed in my idea, what I was gonna say into the prompt, and it said, do you want it to sound professional, informative, persuasive? I clicked one. It wrote a way longer version, which I didn't want it to be long. So I said, okay, that sounds good. Now simplify it into 5 sentences, short sentences. 2 seconds later, it was there. Do you need a website designer now? I want to talk about reasons why men should not come to Medellin to date. I can't think of all the topics. Do you have another idea? Usually I would ask people, hey, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? That shit takes 3 hours. Oh, type it in here. 3 seconds later, gave me 20 reasons why you other men should not come here. The world we live in now, you don't need a team. Now you do need support. Like I'm not saying the people that are in my WhatsApp group that are my support, real human interaction cannot really be too replaced. I don't give a fuck how smart AI gets. But when we're talking about being cost effective, yes, and really here's the thing. For the people that are still email marketers, if you would think and listen to this, you probably think I'm out of a job. But there's other people that are not hip to that. Or even I still had to put in an hour and I don't want to do that. I would still hire somebody anyway. Why don't the employee do what I just said and use the AI to help it? The AI is not going to fail. Trust me, I've thought about this video many times, approaching American women after my success abroad. I thought about doing that while I was here, like filming me talking to American women and then replaying those videos when I was in Chile. And I said, hey, say hey to the camera. And they're like, hey, hey. And you ask an American woman, hey, I have a channel. Can you say hey? Why would I say hey? What the fuck what does that mean? What the fuck? Just bitchy for no reason. I think about that all the time. That's one reason I probably would go back to the States is to make a direct comparison video. AI won't do that for you. What are you talking about? 10 years? Who said anything about 10 years? Oh, imagine AI in 10 years. Yeah, you're right. 10 months it'll be a little different. He said, "Also, you don't have enough clout for that." I've been on TV. Well, any more questions? My guys, stay up, big dog. Thank you, Travel Kid, for the super chat. You guys, we have a $300 goal today. Nobody's hitting the goal on Cash App. I appreciate y'all sending super chats, but nobody's hitting it on. We had one person. Bolden sent $10. Would keep going, bro. I'll be in Medi soon. I hope you have a better experience than I do. Thank you very much for the super chat. Online, when they find out you are an influencer, it would change their tune. Well, we were talking about code approach and smooth life. You do not code approach online. AI is the future. It's not perfect, but it damn near is. AI is woke as well. Yes, it is. It is woke. It's not left. It's not right wing. It's definitely left wing. No, I'm not famous in the United States. I'm famous worldwide. The majority of my subscribers, not the majority, but a large amount of my subscribers go from when I touch country to country. Like I have probably like 30,000 subscribers in Kenya. Then I have subscribers that I met in other parts of every like they follow my shit. It's not all Americans. You got to take this into consideration, Smooth Life. Texas by itself has like 40 something million people, right? DFW has like 6 million people or something like that. You think out of 6 million people that I'm not gonna be able to go nowhere without getting recognized? I ain't that famous now. Somebody gonna recognize me, but not just everywhere. Now another tweet I had was 30 million in Texas. Either way you go, I ain't got 30 million subscribers. Mr. Beast has like what 180 or 200 million subscribers. Everybody don't know who Mr. Beast is. That's not even the population of the United States. It's more than this. What 4 times as many people living in Africa than people that are subscribed to Mr. Beast. Like there's no way in hell that every woman's gonna recognize me when I go back to the States. It's impossible. Even Kevin Samuels, everybody didn't know. Some people didn't find out who Kevin Samuels was until he died. So you think at 90,000? No way. He said, "You're not really famous. I'm not gonna lie. Outside of YouTube, I've never really seen or heard of you. That's because I'm a fucking YouTuber. Like the only way you really were gonna hear about me was from social media. What you thought you was gonna see a fucking billboard of me everywhere in every city? Come on now. Did that steak in the last video taste as good as it looked? The chef looked like she did everything. She knew how to cook. She knew how to cook. Thank you for the super chat. Mr. Beast, Aiden Ross, and Kai Sinet. I don't even know who that last motherfucker is. So again, people are famous. Like you got to think about outside the United States, there's only so many celebrities that people in Colombia know. Like some people in Colombia don't even know the hottest rapper in the United States right now because they usually only know people like Beyonce, Jay-Z, like people that would have a billion fucking subscribers on YouTube if they were doing YouTube full time like me. And a billion is just 1/8 of the world population. So again, I think you guys are overestimating people's notoriety. For example, I'm famous in certain parts. Like when I'm here in Medellin, I get stopped daily. I was sitting out on the patio eating my food, and somebody said, "There goes Austin." That's in Medellin. That wasn't happening in Santiago. That wasn't happening in Paraguay. That wasn't happening in Uruguay. It happened in Uruguay, but it doesn't happen on a daily basis. There's certain places people can go to where, yes, they will be recognized. You know, he said you could have said Tupac. Tupac is dead. How was a person that was famous for a few years gonna have more notoriety than a person that's still alive, like Jay-Z, that still is like Beyonce, let's say, that's still actively boosting their notoriety. Like ask somebody in Bolivia who Malcolm X was. They may know. They may know. I bet you everybody don't know. Go ask somebody in the United States who Mansa Musa was from Mali. You probably don't even know who that was, but I bet you in Africa they know. Fucking moth. He said Tupac is bigger than both. Tupac is dead. Tupac would have to make a movie, or somebody else would have to boost his notoriety for him. Jay-Z can get up and say, like, let's use a better example. Kanye West, if he feels like he's not famous enough, he can do exactly what he always does and do some crazy shit. And now more people know who he is. Like, if people did not know who Kanye West was, I bet you more people knew when he made those comments about the people, the Jewish people. I bet you more people knew after that. So no, you're not going to tell me that a dead person, a rapper, not everybody's even into rap, has more influence than somebody alive. He said, Jesus, look at this fool. Jesus is dead but has hella notoriety. Tell me how many Christians live on planet Earth. I bet you there's more Christians than there are people that listen to Tupac. You Americans aren't that smart, are y'all? I don't care how old you are, you're going to know who Jesus is because everybody knows what a fucking religion is. Even Muslims that don't even worship Jesus know who Jesus is because they have to know the opposite religion. Americans really aren't that smart. Y'all are really not that smart. Americans are not that smart. We really can be a lost cause sometimes. I mean, that comment was better unsaid. Yeah, exactly. Even atheists knows what Jesus is because they have to know what they don't believe in. Like you can't be an atheist and not know who Muhammad is. Because in order for you to be a fucking atheist, you have to say that that's not real. Americans really aren't that smart. We are not that smart, I'm telling you. So when y'all go to these other countries, you need to like be humble. Because there's a lot of shit we don't know. Jesus. I cannot believe this shit. Guys, do me a favor. How many oceans are there? Put the number in the chat. Americans are hella smart. Not from what the hell I've been seeing my whole life. There's 5 oceans: the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, the Arctic, and the Southern Ocean next to Australia and Antarctica. 5 oceans. There's not 4 oceans, there's 5. How many continents are there? 7. I'm not going to name them. How many states in the United States? I seen some people walking down the street asking people how many states are in the United States. Somebody said 54. I even heard somebody say 32. Yeah, the Southern Ocean is a real thing. Like the Indian and the Pacific Ocean doesn't stretch all the way down to Antarctica. The part that's below South America, Africa, and that's near Australia and New Zealand, all of that, in Antarctica, all of that is considered the Southern Ocean. It's 5 fucking oceans. So don't get on here talking about no goddamn Tupac, and you don't even know how many fucking oceans on the planet you've been on your whole life. You was better off saying there was one ocean because you could just said, "Hey, all the water is connected." Technically, it is. You was better off saying that because all the water technically does touch each other. You was better off saying that. How many branches of government there are? 3: executive, judicial, and the legislative. He said I googled that. You ain't see me type nothing, and I didn't use AI to find it out either. Who was the first president of the United States? Michael Jordan. Motherfucker, put that in the chat. What does LOL stand for? Now, I'll give you guys some slack. If you guys are the will, what are you talking about? Let's fall back on politics. We're not really getting into politics. We just having a pop quiz. I don't think you can be canceled for saying George Washington was the first president of the United States. Or that's not even what I said. I don't think you can be canceled for saying Michael Jordan was the first president of the United States because that's not even true. Now you can get canceled if you say how many genders are there. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. You can get canceled for that, yeah, which is crazy, but yeah. Now I'll give you guys some slack if I say what day did World War II start in Europe, which is September 1st, 1939, right? It was 1939. Yeah, 1939. United States was December 7th, 1941. What day did it end? I don't remember the exact date, but I remember it was in a warm month of 1945. I believe it was V Day, D Day, and all that was in May, right? What day was 9/11? The name tells you all you need to know. Why did Christopher Columbus call the people, the Native Americans, Indians? Because he thought he was in India. Because they didn't know that this side of the world existed. That's why. He said November 9th, 2001. If you're from outside the United States, you would say that because outside the United States, they go day, month, year, but we go month, day, year. So if you're not American and you get that one wrong, I can see. When was the Constitution written? 1776. July 4th, 1776, right? Was it July 4th? That's Independence Day is July 4th. Or was that see, you could be wrong with technical shit like that. But what was the first easy question I asked y'all? The Declaration of Independence. My bad. That was that day. How many bodies you got? I'll let y'all guess that. Uh oh, how many oceans? Yeah, that was the first one. Now this is one I don't like. Is the earth flat? If the earth was flat, the entire world would be on one time zone. That kills the entire argument. And if I was to fly from New York, I mean not from New York, from California to Japan, I would just float off into space. Or the airplane would suddenly go from this to this because it's a box. The cigar is almost done. Yeah, the earth is not flat. I don't know why you guys think that the geographists and the astronauts would lie about that. I don't know what they would benefit out of lying. Hell, Medellin is not even flat. He said my guy had a field day after he discovered ChatGPT this morning. That tweet about AI was put up days ago. Thanks for the super chat, though. It was a nice try. So if you failed more than 70% of these questions, do not travel. Do not travel. What time is my date? In a couple hours. It's not yet. Now, was the moon landing fake? I don't see why they would lie about the moon. Like, you got to think about how many hundreds of people. I think it was like 400 people were involved with the moon landing. You mean to tell me all of those motherfuckers was on the same page? Like, we not gonna tell nobody. We not gonna tell our families. And then on top of that, what benefit do they get? Like that whole conspiracy about the moon landing being fake. For what? Why the fuck would they lie about that? And then another thing, when people say the government wants to control us, I've said this before. The government wants to control us. That's the fucking point of a government. Look at Somalia. They don't have very much control over their country. Look at they shit. The fucking point of a government is to control. If they have no fucking control, shit just runs rampant. The fuck? He trying to call me dumb and naive about the moon landing. Uh, don't insult me. Tell me why would they lie about the moon landing being fake? Just tell me. Did your grandparents donate to the fucking landing? Like, did your don't like? Was there something we were supposed to get back from the fucking moon landing? So you mean to tell me when you look up in the sky, you don't think that damn moon is real up there? You think you in a cardboard box? The point of government is to protect people. In order to protect somebody, you have to have control. If you have a house of three, you, your wife, and your son, how the hell can you protect any of them if there's no control? Like if you tell your son, hey, when the street lights go off at night, come back inside. Why do your parents tell you that? Because at nighttime, it's not as safe during the day. But the only way your son is going to listen is if you have that control over him. If you have no control, the street light comes on, he doesn't go outside, he gets fucking kidnapped. That's the fucking point, dumbasses. And even here's my thing, even if the moon landing was a fake, who gives a fuck? Like, is that gonna stop your bills from being paid? Does that interrupt your relationship with your family because the fucking moon landing was fake? Why do you give a fuck about that? I don't give a fuck. The moon landing ain't stopping this live stream. Now, if you want to say the Americans faked the timing of the moon landing to make it seem like they beat Russia, then yeah, we can debate that. But to debate the fact that nobody's ever been there, it's fucking crazy. Now, this is a good conspiracy theory. How many shooters do you think shot at JFK? Uh, that's a debatable conspiracy. Like you can debate that one, but a fucking moon landing, come on, dude. They said they haven't been on the moon since. That's because being safe in space is not safe. Like if you look at astronauts that have been into space, their organs move around from being in the space station. And hell, how many people actually want to go to the moon? Hell, I ain't trying to get stuck out in the goddamn space. I got shit to do tomorrow. I got shit to do tomorrow. I do not have time to be stuck in space. But like somebody said, they've sent drones to the moon, like unmanned flights. And like somebody else just said, it's costly. That's not free either to get up there. There's a reason why Elon Musk, I'm not Elon Musk, what's his name? Jeff Bezos, a mega billionaire, has his own space company and not some guy that owns a fucking mechanic shop because it's not cheap. There's a reason why if you want to fly to the moon, how much was Jeff Bezos charging for that plane ticket? Not the plane ticket, the space ticket, whatever that shit is. It was like hundreds of million. It was like $100 million or some shit like that to go into space. No, Jeff Bezos does have a. It's not Elon Musk has one too, but Jeff Bezos has one. What does he call his blue star or something like that? It's blue. It's something blue. Jeff Bezos does have a space company. Elon Musk has yes, but Jeff Bezos has a that like that's we're not going to debate that. Jeff Blue Origin, that's what it's called. Yeah, Jeff Bezos has like we're not debating that. The cigar is almost done. Don't worry. I do believe that SpaceX is better than Blue Origin, or yes, I would say that. Elon Musk is also the richer one out of the two. Somebody said during the 80s they were sending space shuttles up to the moon every month. Oh, I'm gonna jump into another conspiracy. That's because the government had the crack epidemic money. That the CIA, they use that money. Pablo Escobar was in on it too, you guys. Answer the question: are they lying about the world population? Uh, I didn't count the amount of people I ran into. I have no interest in counting people because I might count the same person twice. No, yet no. I know that the CIA was in on that. The CIA admitted to that. It's not a conspiracy. My conspiracy, I was being sarcastic with you guys. I was telling you guys that Pablo Escobar was the whole reason he existed was so they could go to space and send the shuttles up there every month because the guy wanted to make that argument. But I will tell you this: Namibia is one of the most emptiest countries in the world. Well, not in the world. Let's say in Africa. Look up the population of Namibia and look at the size of Namibia. Like There's more people. Let me just, before I talk too much, what is the population of Namibia? 2.53 million. So there's more people in DFW than there is in an entire country that's bigger than Texas. So we got plenty of land worldwide. And you said Namibia is a desert. People live in Las Vegas, that's a desert. So that the desert shit is not, that's not a good excuse. There's plenty of land from, like, why do you think the population keeps growing? There's more fucking space. We're not living in a sardine can. Now, you might feel like overpopulation is a thing if you live in New York, but if you're like me, and I'm talking about New York City, but if you're like me and you're from DFW, and I saw DFW, Arlington used to have massive fields. Like, what was the name of that place in Arlington near I-20? I believe I-20 and Matlock, with the keg and the studio movie girl. All that shit was a field. All of that shit was a field when I was like 6. They built like, there's land. There's still land in Texas. Go from Dallas to Austin and see how much underdeveloped land there is. That's why they're developing those. We got plenty of space to put more people. I forgot what they said the what they predict how many people could live in Earth, but I know we ain't near that motherfucker yet. I know that. That's why I don't fuck with conspiracy theories. I really don't. Medellin is great, but only a warm up to other South American countries. You called it right, showing love and support. Thank you, Gavin, for the super chat. Yes, if you want a very soft landing to experiencing life abroad, then yes, Medellin is the place for you. Where Copper Teeth Floyd at? I don't know. I think he's on a date. Thanks for the super chat. Officials claim they taped over the moon landing. Hey, like I said, even if it was fake, I don't give a fuck. Because what difference? Even if I don't think it was fake, but if it was, what difference does it make? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and do research over that shit. We got a $10 cash out from Earl Martin. Thank you for the $10. Now, while you guys cook up some more conspiracy theories, I'm gonna let you guys listen to some music while I hit the bathroom. All right. Now we got another comment right here. It says it doesn't make a difference. It just goes to show that the government lies. Well, I have some news for you. Your news that you're telling me, everybody knows. The government agency, the CIA, has came out and told you guys that they've lied to you. They've came out and told you guys about how they've, well, not the CIA, but other parts of the government have came out and told you guys about how 100 years ago they lied to the people. But that's nothing new. Is Austin using AI to help make his videos? No, AI did not go with me to Community 13. Nice try. Austin, do you believe aliens are real? I could believe that they're real. The government, maybe they're just lying again, did admit to the UFOs that regular people said they saw before the government. You know, even the Brazil, it's been the Russian, the Soviet Union, and I think even the modern day Russian Federation, the Brazilian government many years ago said they saw aliens. So, you know, that matters. That, I mean, because that's something that could, if it is real, it could be a problem. So, you know, somebody said, "What's your political beliefs, conservative or liberal?" Based off watching my channel, I'll let you answer that question yourself. But yeah, all governments do lie. I mean, here's what you got to realize: the what is a government? A group of people. Do you think they're going to always tell you the truth? I didn't think so. Like, if you think that a group of people will be 100% honest, you have a false perception of reality. They're people. They're people. You know, at one point, the governments used to be just the church. Like, the church used to control everything. Christianity told people hundreds of years ago that they needed to pay to get people out of hell, when really that was just all a scheme that they called indulgences. So, yes, that wasn't an eye roll. I was looking from side to side, like, whoever it was, Catholics, Christian, I don't give a fuck who it was. They lied. That's my point. No, but we're going to Cali Monday. So, you guys, I think in between super chats and cash apps, we have hit the goal, but we got to hit the goal in the cash app, man. We only got we got $100 cash app from Dermain. He says for 1/3 of your $300 goal. Thank you very much. And you guys know what? You guys know I'm an honest guy. If I tell you I'm going to Cali Monday, we're going to Cali Monday. So what am I going to do for you? I'm going to buy my flight, because that's all I had the money for on Cash App. I'm going to buy my flight to Cali, Colombia right now. And yes, we did get $100 Cash App. So let's go ahead and buy this flight. Let me unlock my Cash App card. I keep my Cash App card because that's my burner card I use abroad. If I don't trust somebody, I swipe in my Cash App card because I can lock it and I can add money to it. That's the best thing to do. And if you believe in the conspiracy that Pablo Escobar is still alive, good for you. Obviously, it must not matter that much because nobody does it. I mean, no. I mean, I don't think he's done it. You know, I don't think it matters. Plus, how wasn't he like old back in like the 90s when they said they killed him? So we're gonna go from Medellin to Cali. Monday, the 4th. The price of the flight went up. Affy Kingdom sent $10 for much love, my bro. Much love to you as well. Thank you for the super chat. Now, I will agree with you on this one, Marty. I think we have one of the most honest governments in history. When you compare it to a lot of other places in the world, yeah. He was 44, so he wasn't young. He was middle aged almost. Well, I guess back then that was middle age. Now middle age is like 50. But and really middle age is not 50. Like nobody's life expectancy is 100 years. So I think it's like 80 is like the average or something like that, or 75. So he was above middle age. I mean, we're not. He wasn't saying that the government is honest. He said the most honest. Hold on, I'm looking at flights. America is not the most corrupt government. No, in Brazil, I was just listening to an interview with Tucker Carlson, and I forgot who the guy was, but he was a political person in Brazil, right? And the same way how I was all in the news and the police showed up to my house, but when I had lawyers Google, not Google, but search my name in the database, that there was no investigation ever, but the police showed up to my house. He described the exact same thing. He said something about the current government in Brazil, and he had the police looking for him the same way they did me. But he also had a lawyer look, and there was no investigation. But they also revoked his passport, and he's Brazilian. They revoked his passport. He was living in Florida, though. They revoked his passport. In the United States, the thing is this: if they want you, they're gonna put a warrant out, and they're gonna come get your ass. They're not gonna pretend like there's. They just gonna say, "Hey, we finna come get you." Like at least they honest about that. No, it wasn't Bolsonaro. I think it was his son or something like that. Again, I'm gonna say this one more time. We never said the United States doesn't lie. We're saying, as far as the exaggeration of lies and the shit that the United States does, uh, it's not really comparable, especially when you're talking about African and Latin American countries. Like in Latin America and Africa, the governments pretty much do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't care how y'all feel. They don't even really lie to cover it up. When you find out, they'll lie. But the shit that they do in Latin America and Africa it's the United States is not fucking with it. And you can say what you want about the current administration of the United States. Uh yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're saying, EJ. Compared. That's what he said. The most honest government, meaning he was taking other governments into account. Nobody's saying that they're honest completely. Nobody's saying that. Nobody in their right mind would say that. You would be a fool to believe that any government would believe that. But this is not about Tucker Carlson being an idiot. Tucker Carlson wasn't the one that said that. That guy provided the information, and the information he was providing was pretty much the same situation they put me in. So we're gonna buy this flight. Austin, you're viewing from a different point than I am. What point are you viewing from? And somebody said America is extremely corrupt. They are. Like I said earlier, they're humans. They're supposed to be corrupt. I mean, they're supposed, like, I'm going to sit here and tell you, governments are supposed to be corrupt because they're humans and nobody's perfect. People always have their own agenda, their own things they want to do. They're supposed to be corrupt. But I would rather deal with their corruption than somewhere else. You know, because again, in Brazil, it's so corrupt, and even in other places in Latin America and Africa, you can buy your way out of jail. Pretty much, you don't have to be stupid, filthy rich. In the United States, yes, like if you're stupid, filthy rich, you probably could get your sentence lessened, where it's pretty much like nothing happens to you. But for the most part, you motherfuckers watching that live stream ain't doing that. I'm buying a ticket. Hold on. If you're worried about this, we're not talking about that. This shit, smooth life with all this 13 family shit, we're not gonna start talking about this shit. We're not gonna start talking about that shit. We got another $5 super chat cash app from Artaway. He says Bandasia Spices breakfast. I will screenshot this. Thank you for the cash app, and I will try that out. When it comes to governments, it's all about picking the poison you can handle. Yeah, like in the United States, it's like if you can deal with them forcing LGBT stuff on you, yeah, go live over there. I can't. I can't deal with them enforcing encourage because they encourage women. Let me say this: the United States government created the passport, bros. Like the only reason women got the way how they did is because of the culture, and the government had a lot to do with the influence on that culture. So I can't deal with that. That's why I'm not over there as well. That's exactly why. So you're right. So Monday, I am about to swipe to buy my ticket. The ticket was $81.09. It's getting kind of cold in here. Shit. But I gotta go here in a minute. Yeah, the ticket was $81.09, but the reason I said $300 is because we got to get the Airbnb too. If you guys want this research and you guys want me to find a part of Colombia that's not Disneyland, because you guys want me to stay in Colombia. I want to go to Cali, yes. But you guys won't. I've had people tell me, hey, go to Barranquilla, go to Bogota, go to Santa Marta, go to a bunch of different cities. I'll do it. I don't want to do it. I'll do it. But if you want me to do it, you're going to have to help fund it. Because you guys know I'm going to deliver the content. You guys know I'm going to put up the Patreon stories. You guys know I'm going to do the live streams over it. You guys know that. But it's not free. They said buy a Florida ticket. Floyd doesn't want to go. Plus, Floyd has been pretty much twice. I'll book a week in Cali. If I like it, I'll stay longer, but I'm going to give it a week. Uh, Austin loosen up his nerves. Yeah, I'm glad you're back. Yay. Do you follow Latin or Brazilian music? I don't follow it, but I do listen to it. Like if I'm in the car and I hear them playing music and I like it, I'll Shazam it and I'll download it. But I don't keep up. I don't keep up with anybody. Like I don't the American artists that I do like, I don't keep up with them. Like I don't. If they put out some shit and I hear somebody playing it, then yeah. They got some nice Airbnbs over there. See, yeah, $300 sounds about right for the goal because the place that I'm looking at is about 238. So right now on Cash App, you guys, we have $40. So guys, we need about exactly basically 198 or $200. So if you guys want to see the content in Cali, Colombia, I got to get off the live stream in about 30 minutes. If you guys want to see the content, and now it's getting hot. If you guys want to see the content in Cali, Colombia, we need another 200. Also, if you guys are into cigars, remember I bought 4 Colombian cigars today. I will compare these with the Cuban, the Nicaraguan, the Mozambique, the Honduran, the Dominican, and Brazilian cigars that I've tried. So part of the content research content. And that's the cheapest Airbnb I found. The other ones are like $400. So I mean, it's not bad quality, but I'm not just trying to, oh, let me get the best of the guys. I just want to get to Cali so I can do this content for y'all. I don't have to stay in a 5-star hotel. I'm not asking you guys for a lot. But I know my subscribers because y'all have donated $3,000 on the live stream before for us to go from Poland back to Argentina. In the meantime, we can get back to conspiracy talks. He said you should have put that towards the 200. No, we was being honest back then. We really needed $3,000 to get like how much was those plane tickets? I think the plane tickets were like $900 one way a piece. So that was, I had to go back and look. Let me see. How do you see a history on Hopper? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't 3,000. Maybe it was like 2,700 or something like that. But that shit was not cheap. We got another cash. Somebody else just hit the cash app from LV. He sent the remainder. Thank you so much. If you guys still want to donate, donate. If not, this guy literally just came through and footed the bill. Passport privilege. I've spoken with you directly on the phone. I appreciate you so much for supporting the content. You are the ultimate support. If I ever see you in person, you have free consultation, free YouTube game, any service I provide to my subscribers. You've donated probably $1,000 since I've been in South America, and I appreciate it. So, because we got $5 from Aquan, he says, "Would you ever do Santo Domingo?" And I believe that's in the DR. Yes, I would. I would go there. Yeah, but not Sasua. And then he sent one before. What do you think of Panama? Would you go there? Yes, I would go there. That's one of my countries I do want to go to. I may or may not make it this trip. Who knows? But LV, passport privilege, sent $200. He sent a $200 super chat. So you see, we have reached a goal. So I love my subscribers because you guys really want to see. So I'm going to reserve this one now for the week. Uh, Cash App donations do help with tax deductions too, because donations are not really considered income. So I'm gonna show you guys a receipt. So it was actually more than that. It was 238. That says Airbnb. You guys know exactly where the money went. If you guys want to donate, oh, I would love it so much. But you don't have to. I only beg for what I need, you guys. I only beg for what I need. I only beg for what I need. Now, the remainder of this money that whatever you donate will go to this date I'm going on after this. More research. and I'll get online and I'll talk about it publicly. But the full detail will be on Patreon. So if you are not on Patreon, sign up for the Patreon. Jay Rillo, I hope you're not talking about you, the number one YouTuber. I'm the number one YouTuber, traveling YouTuber. I am, not you, me. See, I'm not like the people that hang outside the convenience store and have a picture of a baby and beg for the milk, and they've been begging for milk every single. You know what's crazy? Because when I first got to Medellin, they begged me for diapers, right? And so I was like Mr. Nice Guy. I had a chick with me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get the diapers. I bought a whole pack of diapers. Do you know she was outside begging for diapers again the next day? So your baby used all those. So I was like, you know what? Every time they asked me, I said, hey, look, I did that one time. Y'all not gonna get me with that again. Don't have any more kids. No, we ain't got no passport, bro, beef. I'm just telling Jay Rillo who the real man is. Me. Now, I'm not saying he not a good passport, bro. I'm just telling him I got the crown right now. He said he's the number one passport, bro, Pookie. uh, yeah, you my guy too, Jay Rillo. You my guy too, but I'm the guy. See, you my guy, but I'm the guy. Just FYI. Austin, you should start a Passport Bro Award to help set a standard for the content. You know what? I should do that. I'm gonna put myself at number one. All right, so we got the fundraiser. We got our conspiracy talks in. I'll stay on here another 15 minutes. Because nobody started donating to the end of the show. But yeah, I'm gonna start a Passport Bro Award. I'm gonna put myself at number one, and then everybody else gonna be after that. He said I'm the most entertaining traveler on YouTube. I don't know. You ain't put out enough content. I think I ain't been seeing your content, man. Got flies in here. Yeah, it's a moth or something flying around here. Yeah, I'm only begging for what I need, man. That's all. So, Cali, Colombia, here we come. So, for whatever money you guys donated, is left on there. Got $7 on the Cash App, so I'm gonna get her a drink. I'm gonna give me a drink, and she gonna have to be content with that. Sheesh. If you have any more questions, please ask the questions. I'm gonna start prepping to go on this date. Take her to Bora Bora tonight. What is that? He said, "Watch your drink." I'm gonna no, trust me. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna order shots. I'm just gonna order shots. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the bartender crack open the bottle, pour the shot, and I'm gonna tell her, "Hey, I ain't got time for the scoping. Take a shot." He said, "Also, you're not fucking with Passport Heavy. He's the real Passport King. He has great content, but we have different agendas." See, my agenda is to inform you guys on dating, give you guys detailed dating stories, go on rants, uh, get ran out of countries, be put all in CNN and Global. That's my agenda. And every now and then I'm gonna have to school y'all on a geography lesson. That's my agenda. See, Passport Heavy got some good content, but he ain't trying to get ran out of no country. I'm not trying to get ran out of no country either. But sometimes that's part of the game. Black man, that's why we support you. Thank you very much, Pedro. Austin, I got you, bro. I sent you before word Floyd sending $100. Hold on. I don't understand. But I'll hold on. Hold on. Let me see what this Bora Bora place is first. I don't know if that's a place I should go on a date, man. He's saying he will send you $100. But check this out. If he sends $100, I'm gonna turn into a simp tonight. And we're gonna go eat somewhere. We're gonna eat at a 5-star steakhouse. Where's Floyd for the first date? I don't know. I think he's on a date or he's doing something. Yeah, I seen Bora Bora is in the Polynesian Islands, but there's a place here called Bora Bora that popped on the map too, but there was no pictures of it or nothing. So I don't know if that's I think if the business is too lazy to put photos up of it. Esmond said, I took Floyd to the strip club the other day. It was funny as hell in there with his headphones on. He was video. There was some Black American women in that strip club, and these were like the ones that I'd be like, hey, what's because there are some beautiful Black American women in this world. I'm never gonna deny that. We got some beautiful women from our country. Just can't deal with them. But he was like, there's some Black American women in the club. I'm thinking like, okay, here goes some content. I said, Floyd, show me what they look like. These women were twice my weight. See, I weigh 100 and like what 80 pounds, 79 kilograms. It's like around 180 pounds. These chicks had to have been double of that. He said, I'm getting my wallet. I'm 52 supporting. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, they were double my weight. When it comes to governments, it's all about. Oh, I already read that one. Floyd can be in the club with his headphones or trying to listen for choosing signals. Yeah, that's why Floyd wears those headphones in the club. Good thing I knew Floyd didn't have the headphones on. They was around his neck. They thought Floyd was a DJ. Also, 174 pounds, so close to 180. But yeah, they were double of that. Like I would not even think about. I don't care what country I'm in. I even if I was in the United States, I wouldn't even think about it. In order for me to even consider kissing one of them, I would have had to been like, I would have had to have been scoped to do that. I'm 5'11". But the thing is, when I was in Brazil, I was 190 pounds. So I've lost 15 pounds since then. But I don't look like I got so much smaller because I was still putting on muscle. I was still lifting weights the same way. So I was putting on muscle as I was shedding fat. Because I remember I had a round face and a pot belly. Like if I had this beard like this, I would look like a really fat guy. And when I got to Paraguay, I started eating like that again because the food in Paraguay is high in calories. So you can eat one meal. Like at my post workout meal was like a chicken Caesar salad. And you would think, oh, that's like light. I would eat that and I would literally wake up the next day and not be starving. So I didn't know that about Paraguay. So I was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner when I got there. And I was like, oh shit, I'm about to hit that 190 again. Like I was putting on weight. Yeah, my face was way. I'm gonna show you guys again my face when I was in Brazil. That's good to know, Anonymous. You be swiping through my page like that. It's real good to know. You never know who's stalking you. Anonymous is stalking me. Damn, I was big. Floyd been wearing that black polo for 5 days straight. I don't know. I don't think so. Thank you for the, but if he still got it on, I guess so. Thank you for the super chat. Enjoy the night, brother. Thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah, that was before Nelvin. I had to lose weight when I met that tailor. He said he don't make clothes that big. Nah, he didn't say that. This is my face. That was my face. That was my face up until about 13 months ago. I had probably been living in Brazil maybe a month at this time. I was on steroids. I was on Brazilian food. Another reason I don't want to go back to the States, because that food gonna put that weight back on me. You know, that's how most people look in the States, like that. He said Hetty Murphy. This is my face now. This is my face then. He said, go to my second most popular short. So, estou negro. Okay, we'll say.
Negro.
Now,
Dude, cost me $300. In the States, it would cost what, $1,000, $1,200? If you come to Salvador, Brazil, point at that. Come here to the mall. You get very good suits. So this is where it's at. Now I gotta get my boy Fred. We're gonna get him right. We're gonna do this podcast. We're gonna grow. We want more American men to come to Brazil. But you know what? We want more American women to come to Brazil, right?
No.
Well, we want more American.
You on your own with that one.
we got to get some credit to Floyd, too. See, Floyd still don't get his haircut as often as he should, but I ain't seen Floyd look like that in a minute. Like, you see, Floyd has no haircut on this video. So I'm proud of Floyd. He said taking shopping advice from Floyd. Oh, that's funny. Estou negro. Okay. Oh, let me Oh, this one. Damn, I look fat. That was the haircut I had too. It's because I used to make my taper fade was real high up, so it just looked like I had skin all right here, and it was just hair on top.
It goes a little side note. So whenever we go to another country and see foreign women, and these women want to, sorry, my hands are dry again, and these women want to shame us, and they say, oh, they're poor, they're this and that. This is what they are referring to. They think when you get to these countries that you'll see a lot of women that look like this. You see her teeth? Now that's what they think we're going to Brazil for in Colombia. But to elaborate more on the look in the mirror video I did, what they need to do is look in the mirror, and that's what they hygiene look like. Not the Brazilians, I'm talking about the Americans. Y'all have terrible hygiene. I'm sick of it. And I can make videos about y'all's hygiene all day. Ladies, whenever you're about to have sex, the entire room should not smell like you.
Boy, I was a master at going viral back then. I was a fucking master at making viral videos because I knew exactly how to piss people off. That's why y'all know who I am today, because I talked a lot of shit. I talked a lot of shit. They went off. That video almost has 1 million. That has like 741,000. And it has 6,603 comments. So you know they wasn't happy. Every couple of months, that video will pick up more traction. I guess somebody get offended and they repost it. I still believe that. I wasn't making up none of that shit. He said, I miss those videos. I miss those videos too. I love talking shit. But I don't know if I want that. Well, I do want that heat. Just not right now. Yeah, you know they're gonna try to call me gay for calling out that hygiene. They're gonna do that. Let's look at Candace Owens.
Sega Genesis, when I was dead broke, man, I couldn't.
Every time my face is up in, guys. Why am I playing it? Because, well, I told you I am having the blackest week ever. And in that song, he talks about his mom, loves to show him off. Smiles every time my face is up in the source. Well, guess what, guys? My face is up in the source. Check out these headlines. I've been just really trying to get into black media and have them say something nice about me, and it happened. This first from the source. Candace Owens on Beyonce's country music. She's more country than Taylor Swift ever was. Next headline over here in Vibe. Candace Owens defends Beyonce. Says she's more country than Taylor Swift. Yes, guys, 2 positive headlines, and we are celebrating because I also have a ton of media booked up. Look, this is a picture of me and Joe Budden yesterday. It actually happened. We sat down. I'm going to tell you about that discussion. I don't think it's going to air for another week, but I'm going to give you guys the scoop. But first, I want to also point to this moment because I do think that this is a sign that something bigger might be happening in Black media. I really do. I think that within Black America, people are starting to listen and to understand that our minds have been polluted. Really, to our own disadvantage. We have been protesting and looting because we have been lied to routinely. And a moment that recently happened was that Piers Morgan sat down with Charlemagne the God of the Breakfast Club, and he just dropped some facts. It was a wonderful moment. Take a listen to it.
You mentioned Obama. So this is an interesting little question I always throw people. Interesting if you guys know the answer. How many immigrants, illegal immigrants, did Barack Obama deport in his 8 years as president?
Oh, I don't know.
Have a guess.
No clue.
No clue. Interesting, right?
Read
the answer is over 3 million.
Damn.
He was known as deporter-in-chief by Mexicans.
Yes. And that was more than Trump did.
He deported way more than Trump. He
read
deported way more pro rata than any president in history. Who dropped the most bombs in a calendar year in American history?
Oh, come on. President Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, right? Including drone programs and so on, right? Who got elected in 08, 09 on shutting down Guantanamo Bay? Because as a former lawyer, he believed it was an illegal institution.
President
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
What is still open today?
Guantanamo Bay.
Correct, right? I know that the general thing is Obama, angel, Trump, devil.
Right.
But if you actually apply the scrutiny that we give Trump, put it this way, if Trump had deported 3 million people, you think you guys wouldn't know that answer? Of course you would, right? Nobody knows that answer because nobody thought that way about Saint Barack.
I love that moment so much for a lot of reasons. First and foremost, the fact that they are open to hearing it, right?
Okay. If you guys want to watch the rest of that video, it's Candace Owens' newest video. I think it's the newest one. Maybe. It was put 3 days ago. But I have to get ready for my date. I cannot be too late. You know, they be late anyway. I mean, I don't know about her. She's not from Colombia, but Colombians be late. The only country I think I've been to in the world where they're not late is Brazilians and Paraguayans. But I like Candace Owens. I don't know. Somebody says she's feminist. There's no way you watch Candace Owens and think she's a feminist. Like, she's not liberal at all. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys donating. The guy that said he was going to donate, it never came through. Maybe he'll come through after the stream, but it doesn't matter because we already got the goal. But any free donations, I truly appreciate it. And yes, Candace Owens is married to a white man. So I appreciate y'all. I will see you guys next time. Be on the lookout for the story. If you're on the Patreon, you'll get the raw and uncut story. And I will see you guys next time.